What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and for the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to try and convince you this is not the same phone as the RedMagic 11 Pro. Let's go! Now, I should say straight out the gate, RedMagic are fantastic to work with. They sent me the 11 Pro a few months ago and now the 11s Pro. But that does not then mean I can somehow turn this into a brand new groundbreaking device. Folks, it's not. In fact, if you were to go back to my 11 Pro review from a few months ago and change the title to 11s Pro review, it's the same damn video. And I know, RedMagic and people will not like that, but we have to keep it honest here. So, what am I going to talk about for the next 5, 6, 7 minutes? I'm going to talk about gaming phones in general, or should I say, the lack of gaming phones, because where the hell are they? And are they needed? You tell me. In the comments, list 3 dedicated gaming phones in 2026. New out in 2026. I'll let you leave your comments down below. Now for my next question, do we need dedicated gaming phones? This RedMagic 11s Pro is phenomenal at 80% of the things I'm looking for in a smartphone. But for a lot of people, you're going to want a flagship camera system, which gaming phones just don't give you. What this does give you is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, which is even more overclocked, and it's got an extra CPU core. There you go. That's the difference between the 11s Pro and the 11 Pro. However, if you purchase a flagship camera phone like the Vivo X300 Ultra, the Oppo X9 Ultra, you get the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip inside that, but with truly flagship cameras. So, is it the battery that makes this stand apart? Because it's 7,500 milliamp hours. Well, yeah, that's huge, but the Vivo is 6,600, the Oppo is 7,050, so really, is it the battery that makes gaming phones stand out? Probably not. But wait, I think I've found it. I think I've found the reason you should buy a gaming phone in 2026. It's the display. Because this goes all the way up to 144 Hz. What's that? The Oppo and the Vivo do as well. Okay, so it's not the display, it's the speakers. The speakers on this device are better than anything out there. Are you joking? The Oppo and the Vivo are probably just as good. What am I going to do here then? Right, do you know what? Scrap all that. This phone is well under £1,000 through RedMagic Direct or the Average Dad Tech Store. It's global, it comes with 0.5 TB of storage, and the same cannot be said for Vivo or Oppo. Can it? No, good. So, this is cheaper than those two phones. Now, while a lot of what I'm saying is in good humour, I am deadly serious. I personally stand by the fact that in 2026, you no longer need a dedicated gaming phone. And I think that's proven because for all those trying to find 3 gaming phones released in 2026, nope, there's essentially, what, 1 high-end one and 1, maybe 2 slightly cheaper budget-friendly gaming phones, but they don't have the Elite Gen 5 overclocked chipset. The Asus ROG phone was RedMagic's closest competition, but it left the market last year. So they're no longer in the game. And again, probably for good reason. The ROG 9, I believe, was the latest one I had, and it had damn good cameras, almost flagship cameras on a gaming phone. And that to me was the crux of it. They were trying so hard to be a flagship phone, they realised cameras are what most people care about. And if you are a hardcore gamer and for whatever reason don't think that the Oppo or the Vivo are good enough, then yes, I guess you could go with this because it does have a dedicated game switch. It does have the new V3 cooling. It's an upgraded cooling system. Essentially all I've noticed is they've added in some dye, which makes it more visible that there's liquid going round. And it's got haptic triggers at the top left and top right when you're playing. And of course there's the fan with the exhaust system there. All that leads to higher frames per second gaming over an Oppo or Vivo, I am positive. But only in certain games. Let's be clear here. Anything from the Google Play Store is going to be fine on any of these phones. If you're emulating or playing Steam games direct, not cloud streaming, Steam games direct emulated on this phone, this will be one of the only devices, nay, scrap that, this will be the only device that does that at a solid 60 FPS for, well, as long as you want to play, because this battery is massive. Now again, I implore you to watch the full review I done on the RedMagic 11 Pro, because it truly is, other than the camera system, a flagship beast for less than £1,000, well under £1,000 actually. I actually don't know what we've put on my store for. I think closer to £900. So yeah, there you go. That's my 10-minute chat about the RedMagic 11s Pro. Yes, it's the same phone. If you own the 11 Pro, you shouldn't even be looking at this video. If you own the 10 Pro or a previous generation gaming phone, then absolutely go straight to 11s Pro, because between you and I, you can't buy the standard. You can't buy the 11 Pro anywhere, whether it direct through RedMagic or through import stores. It's just not available. It's been discontinued because the 11s Pro is out now. So there you go. That was my quick video on the RedMagic 11s Pro. Thank you again, RedMagic, for sending out. Probably not the video you thought I was going to make, but you don't give me a script, you never do, and I would never read it anyway. I'll be back soon with much more mobile phone content. Until next time.